Foam rolling 101. This is going to be a longer video, but we want to explain the rationale behind foam rolling and then have this video kind of be a demonstration going through most of the body parts on how to actually foam roll, because it's more so understanding what body part needs that kind of attention and then giving it that attention and kind of understanding the philosophy behind the foam rolling. So the whole idea here is it's pretty much self-massage. In a way, it's kind of like a trigger release as well for any type of knots that you have in the body. It's kind of like connective tissue fascia that runs along your whole body from your feet all the way up to your head. So this is really good to spend some time. How you would do this could be allotted for time. If you have a knot, it could potentially be longer, maybe anywhere from 30 seconds to even 2 minutes for one body part. So we're gonna have Haley demonstrate here and we're gonna go through the body. We'll actually start off our upper body and we'll have her do her upper back here, okay? So this is kind of the setup that you'd want for doing the upper back. And this is kind of not like on your neck, this is more like thoracic here. So she's rolling it and she's driving her weight into the actual foam roller. This isn't something a willy-nilly that you just go for. You actively want to be pressing your body weight into it. You could see that she's kind of putting her hands behind her head and she's kind of bringing those elbows forward to really have those shoulder blades protracted. They could be retracted, whatever's more comfortable here. She could work down her spine. We usually don't recommend foam rolling kind of on the lumbar spine, close to the hips. That could be very, very awkward to do. So the next body part I'll have her do is actually her lats. This is a really good foam rolling exercise to do. If you find you have tight lats, you could do obviously one arm at a time. So kind of rotating her body to the side and really trying to stretch, or I may add that foam roller and that resistance to those lats here, all the way down pretty much the rib cage and all the way to the armpit. And if you find a spot that's a little bit tender, you could spend a little bit of time there. So I'm gonna have Haley pause, for example, here. If you find anywhere in your body that has a knot, there's actually a methodology behind it to actually alleviate that knot rather than just going up and down. She's gonna kind of do side to side, about 5 repetitions, one way, 5 repetitions the other way, applying that body pressure to it, up and down a little bit, 5 times, and then circular, right? 5 seconds one way, and then 5 seconds the other way, counterclockwise, and then going back to rolling it out. So that's a method called trigger point release to help release any type of potential knots or adhesions you have within the actual fascia as well. We'll have her go down to her glutes now. So this is something that could be done two glutes at the same time or one glute at a time, depending on where you have any type of knots or discomfort or tightness. As you can see, she's crossing over one of those legs. You could play around with it, whatever's really comfortable for you. The most important thing is just pretty much trying to investigate what spot of the body is really tight for yourself and then spending some time there. We'll have her roll down to her hamstrings next. This could be done 2 at a time or one leg at a time. There you go. Perfect. We'll have her do her calves here. Usually one leg at a time. Prodding herself up and rolling it. And you could see that she's kind of oscillating side to side, right? So she's not just having her leg here in one position. She's externally rotating that leg and then internally rotating that whole leg as well to get the inside here, right? You play around with it. Then we'll have her do the tibialis, so the shin. This could be a little bit awkward to do, but this definitely helps, especially if you are somebody who gets shin splints. As you can see, she's prodding herself up and rolling all the way down pretty much to the ankles and almost all the way up to the knees. Then we'll have her do her quads. This could be done 2 legs at a time or 1 leg at a time. This actually can be a little bit awkward here. That's 1 leg at a time, perfect. 2 leg at a time could be a little painful for some people. Play around with it. Now we'll have her do her IT band. This one is usually the most sensitive spot for a lot of people. As you can see, she's rolling the side of her leg here, pretty much from the hip all the way down to the knee. Be careful with this one. This is the one that usually gets people. And then we'll have her do her adductors, so her inner thigh, okay? As you can see, all the way up to the hip pretty much and down to the knee. Perfect. And in terms of time, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, whatever your coach has programmed for you. If you have a tender spot, tight spot, you can spend a little bit more time there and then practice that trigger point release. But that is how you would execute the foam rolling.